Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mac V1 episode 12. So I'm kind of backing up a little bit here. The last video you had saw where I'd put the lights on the sides and the back here. And this is just a little bit before that, so I wanted to make sure that I covered installing the doors and the windows. So before I actually started the interior, I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to close it off in order to limit the dirt, the dust, and the spiders from getting inside. So I went ahead and installed the rear door. Prior to starting all this, when I was designing the camper, I made sure that the rear opening would be the proper size and rough cut in order to put the specific door in. So I did get this door through RecPro, and I did buy it on Amazon, along with the butyl tape that I'm putting on the outside edge here. And then of course, going in and test fitting it in order to try to make sure that it was going to seat where I wanted it to be. So the rough opening is a little bit larger than that is required. And much like your house, you do need to level up the door and put shims in on the side. I'm sure that if it was, made out of aluminum or something of that nature, it would probably just fine. But in this particular case, being them up against wood and foam, I wanted to be able to put the shims in on the side and get it leveled. So once I got it close to where I wanted it, I wanted to make sure that the door fit was correct, i.e. there was no binding of the main door or of the screen. And as you can see here, just putting shims in and getting it squared up. And once I had it set, I went ahead and put a couple of screws here in on the bottom on each of the sides, and then checked for squareness again. So I didn't go all the way around. Initially, I went ahead and secured the bottom, because at that point you still have a little bit of torsion. As you can see, the camper actually moved as I'm applying pressure, putting the screws in. Just testament of how light it is, and it's actually sitting on rollers. When I say rollers, they're basically just wooden dowels, 1 inch or 1.5 inch wooden dowels. They're laying underneath it so that I can push it in and out of the garage as needed. And with the door secure, it was time to put in the drip rail onto the top. So once again, just test fitting it, make sure it fit okay, put butyl tape behind it, and then secured it to the back of the camper. And finally on the rear, I wanted to put in a grab handle. Since the camper is going to be up on the truck bed, which is about 3 feet off the ground, when you're going up the stairs, it's good to have a handle there just to grab onto, just for support. Got this from RecPro as well. And RecPro has their own website, which you can go to buy items off of there. And they also have a fairly good representation on Amazon, which is predominantly where I got the majority of this stuff.